They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35. They come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Shot to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get it near the 40 to the 39. Right left back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Zadarius Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. That deep return is Cyrus Jones. This is going to wind up a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First of the game, when you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. So that one will be accepted. So Bree's going to lead this 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 3.
The defense out there will come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting the personnel chess match. This one progresses.
Yeah, you're right. Running lanes out of passing sense, and if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and then move the sticks.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense. Players that don't often get picked up easily. And I'm backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down.
What do we say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there on 1st down. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Seen quite a bit of short pass early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for a team. Because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. If you're going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger game.
All trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Humphrey. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the IE.
You'd hate to be the team that calls that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Finds his man. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football. A first opportunity coming on for the Saints. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. End zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full book. Run it again.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. C.J. Mosley coming on the blitz. He gets in for a loss. 3rd and long now after the set. Breeze, and the Saints up against it. Here's Breeze to throw. And pressure too great, and he goes down once more. C.J. in there to get him his second sack now on the end. And Luck puts this one through. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. Our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. This one often 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you get them.
Jackson in the at the 40. Throwing on first down, Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Second down, Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Really with some juice on that pass. Tight don't always have their reputation for hands as receivers. In this case, that ball is expected to be caught.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll take this one down to the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Breeze to throw on sundown. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's pass game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Breeze now on first down. Thomas has got it complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore. Yes. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there. They're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, partner, let's look ahead to the NFC Championship game while we got a second. Sunday, 3 Eastern, Rams, Saints. What do you think about that matchup?
I'm loving the matchup, and it's right back at the site where they played in the regular season. And the Saints got out to a 21-point lead, and the Rams reeled them in before the Saints won it by 10 down the stretch. Here's where I think the biggest matchup of the game is. Marcus Peters, corner for the Rams, against Michael Thomas, receiver of the Saints. In the last game, Michael Thomas really got over 200 yards receiving, and the Saints said that was the game plan to attack Marcus Peters. He vowed it would be different if they met again. Here's his opportunity this Sunday.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 3rd down.
And there was a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
All right, now, look at 56.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now he'll put underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Breeze now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And they'll want getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. In the red zone, it's Breeze. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This a 33-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
For Baltimore, Charles, if you look back to this season, it was pretty interesting. They start 4-5. You think John Harbaugh may not be there. He's on thin ice. Joe Flacco's at quarterback. But then Lamar Jackson comes in, and everything changed. Their whole offense changed.
It certainly did because of the infusion of speed at the quarterback position. And throws the ball a little bit better from the pocket. Maybe he got credit for. Has to get better at that. But I think people had to adjust because Joe Flacco as a quarterback, you knew where he would be every time. 3 to 5 steps behind center, you could go get him. With Lamar Jackson, he could be anywhere and make a big play. And how about that defense? Number 1 in the league in fewest yards allowed yet again.
Yeah, they finally get to him, but not forced past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Now it's Jackson, and this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Jackson on 2nd down, and incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on Austin. Fell harmlessly to the ground. Jackson now, buying to his left. And that will be incomplete as well.
We're into the second half. Now, this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. It's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of run out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, Camara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy. Coming in, he's taken down. C.J. Mosley able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, a reminder to everyone out there, coming up soon, the NFL Club Championship event. Now, there are a handful of those club events that haven't been determined yet, but eventually there will be a representative from each of the 32 NFL teams. It's about $700,000 worth of prize money, and it's all going to take place live on Twitch every day at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, starting January 30th and running through February 2nd. Don't miss it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First catch of the game for Crabtree. It's a first down. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On to stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And able to get this one across 45 before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
With that ball hitting the ground, let's take a spin around the league real quick. Last week we discussed the head coaching vacancies. There were 8 of them. Well, those places have already found new coaches, Charles. Some old faces in new places. Bruce Arians in Tampa Bay. Adam Gase staying in the AFC East, jumping from Miami to the Jets. And how about some of the new fellas?
Yeah, how about Cliff Kingsbury? He went to USC to be the offensive coordinator after losing his job at Texas Tech. Ends up being the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Freddie Kitchens gets the job in Cleveland, gets the promotion. Vic Fangio finally getting his shot to be a head coach. He's going to Denver. And Matt LaFleur, he's going to work with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
That leaves us with 2 remaining spots, Cincinnati and Miami, still searching. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll try to get going with Kamara, and he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw is Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept the flag in the back pocket. Now Breeze. He'll air deep for touch. And no, it's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Jackson, and incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. It finds Crabtree for the completion. But he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead right, but you are exactly correct. They're able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This time Jackson will throw it. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Here's Tucker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he comes. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's a toss coming right, and he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end, what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Buck and his running back that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get the 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. And now another one thrown incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
All right, now, lucky 56.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Jackson, and he slings one that's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And he's into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Handoff. Here's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Pardon, think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Breeze, and that is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
They'll look to throw. It's caught by Crabtree. And he's tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got 1 timeout left. Want to save it.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. And down to just 21 seconds now as he splits it to stop the clock. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. To Allen on the dump off. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. He'll look to throw. He's his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One last shot for Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.